First of all, unlike America, to be a corporation in this company is much more expensive. Therefore, if you have a small business, usually it's better to initially start off as a self-employed person. Why should you consider incorporating even if your income is relatively low, say somewhere in the area of $20,000? You should consider incorporating if you're an American, because if you're self-employed in Israel, in addition to having to pay Israeli Bituach Leumi, national insurance, you'll also be required to pay U.S. Social Security as a self-employed person. America expects that every American citizen, regardless of where he may be living or working in the world, if he's self-employed, he's required to pay Social Security, which is 14.1% up to about $100,000. And that is not deductible in Israel, so it's an extra 14% of your net income. On the other hand, if you incorporate, and then you become an employee of your own Israeli company, the salary that you receive from your own Israeli company is exempt from U.S. Social Security. So if you have a business where you expect a business to be making up $20,000 and above, there can be a significant tax savings by having a company. Now this has to be weighed against the additional accounting fees, and the accounting fees are deductible. So therefore, even if the accounting fee was to be the exact same amount as the Social Security you were going to pay, since the accounting fees are deductible and the tax rates can be up to 47%, basically half of the accounting fees are being paid by the government, and therefore it probably pays to incorporate. But if you're starting out very small, a very small business, probably it pays not to incorporate, but to initially start out as a self-employed person. You can always incorporate later on. In other words, even the continuation of the same business, you can, in year 2 or year 3, you just incorporate the business and transfer the business from the self-employed structure to the corporation structure. So I want to point out that there is real no double tax, that one of the countries will be entitled to the tax first, and then you'll be entitled to a credit in the other country. Sometimes you have to pay the tax to Israel first, and America will give you the credit, or Canada, or sometimes you have to pay the tax first to America, and then Israel will give you the credit. Depends upon the type of income and whether you can use the treaty. For instance, the treaty allows you to make believe, as an example, that your pension, which you get from America, you can make believe that it's really an Israeli pension. As an Israeli resident, you pay your tax to Israel on the pension, and then you turn to America and you claim a credit. It's a legal fiction which is allowed by the treaty. I always encourage all of my clients that if you're living in Israel and you have this opportunity to pay Israel first, then why not do so? And you don't pay, because of a special section in the Israeli law, you don't actually pay more more Israeli tax on your American pension than you would pay in America. So you're actually paying the exact same tax, but you can pay it to Israel and then claim a credit in America. So everyone wins. If you have any questions about any of the topics I discussed, or questions about starting a business in Israel, or just general questions about taxation in Israel, then please go to my website or send me an email, and both of these addresses will be appearing